Hello, hello, and welcome on in to another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders. I'm Will.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Matt.
Today we are pleased to be bringing you Kirkland's Speyside 20-year-old single malt. This one is finished in a sherry cask.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button.
All right, this beautiful whiskey is brought to us by Eric Evanson. I got it right this time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, sir.
So, this is Kirkland's, which is a private label for Costco, which unfortunately, depending on your state, some Costco's carry liquor, but they may not carry the actual Kirkland brands, and then some of them, which Eric's looking at this up and saying, this is Wisconsin, that does allow you to actually buy their private label brand. So this is Kirkland, which, like I said, it's a Costco whiskey. This is a private label that was designed from Banff, Aberdeenshire by Steve Lip, who worked with his uncle on the farms driving a tractor and sipping whiskey as a kid. I call that a good uncle. He would introduce him, who else doesn't want to drive a tractor sipping whiskey? That couldn't possibly end poorly.
Right?
So I guess he chose the oil fields over going to university. He decided after he almost died twice, once including bailing out of a helicopter into the North Sea, maybe he should find a new line of work rather than oil fields. So he decided, he met up with his brother, whose father-in-law happened to be the distillery manager at Glendronach. What a hell of a brother-in-law's father to have. That's pretty great.
Real.
Which inspired him to start a Scotch company. So he decided, so he went around and he bought Scotch from brokers. So like, these are private labeled independent bottlers. And so he formed a company called Alexander Murray, which also makes the Kirkland brand. I'm sure you guys have probably seen Alexander Murray. We'll talk about them at another point in time, but that's another brand he owns. So in 2007, he moved to California, and he even puts on kilts and goes to chambers of commerce and convinces them that they need to bring his private label bottles into their cities.
Goes all out.
Hell yeah. It's a smart man. You know, got a Scottish accent.
If you're
You might as well do it.
Do it right,
I mean,
right?
do it
Do it up.
There's a lot of cool pictures of him doing tastings of his kilt and stuff on the internet. I found they're really cool.
Nice.
So like I said, a lot of his customers obviously include, they also include Costco, they include Total Wine, Goody Goody, Specs. A lot of your major brands carry his stuff. But one of the things that he's changed in blend, now this of course is a single malt, but the cool things for blends, it used to traditionally contain 75% malt, 25% grain, whereas today it's flip side for most blends and it's 25-75. He has 110 different single malts he has contracts with, so he can bring as many as possible, and he does bring as many as possible. I mean, there's a lot of brands that I've been able to find that I can't find independent, that as a release from a distillery that I can get as an independent bottle, which is really cool. So this one, they don't tell us which one it came from. We got some pretty good guesses, and we'll go through that once we get the actual denominating tasting. Yeah, like I said, it's 46%. It's a single malt. We think it came from Tullibardine, which is not one I have a lot of experience with because it's a harder one to find. I think I only have one. We'd have to pull it out at some point and compare, but
They don't have a lot of distribution for sure.
no, they really don't. I've only seen that one store ever, so.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go in. Oh, best part is it costs $60
Oh, wow.
for a 20-year
20-year-old
space. I mean, look at the color on this thing.
46%? Come on.
That's some serious color. And obviously, it's in the sherry
That's a
cask.
sherry cask.
I mean, but that's a beautiful color.
And we're looking at Oloroso
Mm.
sherry casks.
Good to know.
Yes, correct.
So, 6 months.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. I can definitely smell that, but I can also get a lot of the wood notes. Because it was finished in the ex-bourbon barrels first.
for sure.
So this is definitely a malted barley beverage, right? Barley is the only grain that is on the nose of this guy. It's a moderately intense nose.
Yeah.
Even at 46%, it's popping out of the glass quite a bit more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Very fruity. A lot of malts. It's like a potpourri and floral at the same time.
It is really floral, and I mean that sherry, it's very rich.
It's also got that like a powder and a nuttiness, which makes up for the Oloroso. Some honeydew, cantaloupe,
I get a lot of berries, red berries.
Red and blackberries.
a tulip.
Tulip.
He's getting a floral component.
Yes.
He's got the floral side. We got the fruity side. Oh, that smells really good, though.
It smells amazing.
There are no off notes in this.
No, it smells wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
Ooh.
That's good.
That
Ooh,
sherry
that's
pops on out. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very rich.
Ooh,
And
that's rich.
Those dark fruits, the dark berries, and the sherry finish pop right on out, right at the front. and then it's got this swelling warmth at the back.
It's very warm for being at 92.
Yeah.
That's quite a bit warmer than I thought it would be.
Exactly.
In
It just
the-
kind of
in the
lingers at the
mouthfeel.
back of your throat.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're right. That's exactly where it sits in the back of your throat for sure.
The mouthfeel on this is really incredible as well. It's very oily, very viscous. It's got a very, very complex mouthfeel to it. I like the heck
Yeah,
out of that.
super sweet, rich, and creamy.
Yeah, I like this.
It's nutty. It's also got that marzipan plum. So it's really thick and viscous.
Yeah, I like that mouthfeel.
Chocolate shavings, buttercream, and toffee and honey. That's freaking good.
That it is. You said $60?
So yeah, that's what Eric said. It's freaking amazing.
Wow.
Caramel.
Yeah, you say
Butterscotch.
toffee, I get butterscotch.
And
almost
Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, it's funny how we get those almost all the time.
like butterscotch isn't like they have those lifesavers, they're butterscotch lifesavers. That's what it tastes like to me. I like
Okay, yeah, I could say that for sure.
that's
You know, it's also got that icing and powdered sugar. You know, it's also got the effervescence, like
slightly on the finish.
yeah, which is very interesting, like the bubble, like a carbonated
You're
bubble at the
like
back
you're
of your
drinking some
throat.
champagne.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get that a lot on scotches.
Must be really good scotches.
Yeah, yeah, I get it a lot. It makes you feel like you're actually drinking that champagne, but it's better.
It's good.
I like this a lot. It's very complex. It's got a lot going on in this glass.
I love the quote in the back of the bottle: "A great sherry malt to share with friends." From Steve Lipp. You're not kidding.
You're not- yeah,
it's
you're not
freaking
wrong.
delicious.
Oh, they're saying candied apple.
Did not get that.
I didn't get that either.
Which is interesting. It's funny, you look at notes on the bottom, like, they're more or less meaningless.
Aroma of honey and dried fruits. I didn't get the fruits, but not dried. I get more of those rich berries.
Yeah, it's like, it's whatever you get in it, which is cool, because all three of us will pick up different things.
Uh-huh.
And so you can read the back of the bottle. You might get those things, but those things like the apple, we don't get any of that.
No.
So you just totally depends.
I don't know. I feel the stuff at the back of the bottle is almost just suggestive.
It is, absolutely.
And
There's a
so-
tart component to this. I don't know if I want to call that green apple, but there's a tart component to this.
Yeah,
And maybe it's
citrus?
after the drop of water went in. But
I could see the tart. The apples.
the apple is eluding me. I'm trying to find it, and I'm trying to reach for things it could be, right?
Okay, maybe you get it after you kind of swirl it around your mouth a little bit and touch the tongue to the top of your mouth. You might be able to get a little bit out, but not pronounced like the bottle would suggest.
Correct.
I don't get a tartness necessarily from an apple. I get more of like a citrus tartness.
Yeah, I'd say it's more
Like-
like a lemon lime.
Like
apple.
yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
take the lime and that's it. Like you get that, you know.
Agree. Either way, it's freaking delicious.
But there you go
Oh, and for
again with
price
the
point, it's amazing.
suggestive, and now you're trying to find it. And,
Right.
You know, I tend to not read the.
Yeah,
You know, it's
and
on the
if you
bottles
can't find it,
before-
don't worry about it.
No.
It doesn't matter. It's just whoever wrote the marketing says. I mean,
Yeah.
it's one person's opinion that wrote the back.
Right.
So find whatever works for you. So,
Exactly.
You know, that's half the fun exploring whiskey is what do you find this? Sometimes you might find it the next time you drink it, just because whatever you eaten prior, or your flavors changed, or whatever you drank prior. So
Agreed.
all those things make a difference. But yeah, it's awesome. Eric, once again, awesome stuff. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Eric. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and drop us a comment below. Until next time,
Keep on crocheting for better whiskey in your glass.
Cheers.
cheers.
That is an incredible whiskey for
That's
$60.
tasty. Yeah, 65 should take a long time.
Damn you, Texas stupid laws.
Damn you, Texas!